I fell in love with the female employee of the milk tea shop. Buy only a glass of lemonade for 5 yuan at a time. Come to see her every day. Milk tea has collectively increased in price. I heard her comfort a big brother. It's okay, 30 cups is normal. I only order 5 yuan every day. I'm fine. I managed to get your attention. I've been a freelance illustrator for 3 years. The screen name Stone does not speak. 500,000 fans. Sounds quite bluffing. But to what extent is the offline community afraid? Please put the takeaway remarks at the door. Don't knock on the door. Do not call to pick up the courier. Specifically pick the early morning. Just such a waste. One day I passed by a milk tea shop. Glanced inside through the glass. Just a glance at your platform. There is a girl with a ponytail in the back. Mix milk tea with one hand. Flipping through the book with one hand. A few strands of broken hair hung down in front of his forehead. She didn't care. Occasionally hold the pen cap in the corner of your mouth. Frowning and reading for 2 seconds. Lower your head and shake the cup again. How long did I stand outside the glass and watch? I don't know if I'll come back to my senses anyway. The sketchbook has already been drafted. That was the 5th month I couldn't draw. Creative bottleneck. There was no inspiration. The Kangsu, the gallery agent I cooperated with. Every day I want to throw my phone down the toilet. Then I glanced at it. It buzzed in my head. It's like a switch has been pressed. I pushed the door open. Ordered the cheapest thing on the menu, lemonade. 5 yuan, 5 yuan. It's the seat fee for me to sit here and paint. From that day on, I arrive on time at 3 p.m. every day. Sit in the innermost corner by the window. A glass of lemonade. No sugar added at room temperature. Then he took out the picture book. Start drawing him. I paint very hiddenly. At least I think it's hidden. The picture book is erected. Block most of the pencil. Moving unfast. Try not to float your eyes in the direction of the counter for too long. Occasionally he looked up this way. He quickly bowed his head, pretending to be drawing the folds of the curtains. What is there to paint on the curtains? But I don't care. Let's pretend it first. A month down. My picture book is full of paintings. When I opened it, it was all the same person. The curvature of the wrist when mixing milk tea. The side face in a daze at the textbook. When secretly trying new products. An expression that frowned and was reluctant to spit it out. When drawing small doodles with a marker pen on a cup. Focused look. He will draw on the cup. I only found out on the 3rd day. A crooked duck is drawn on the cup. It says cheering duck. The brush strokes are scribbled. Ducks have crooked beaks and buck teeth. But I stared at it for about 10 seconds. Then turned the cup in one direction. I don't want to drink from there. From the 3rd day. There are new tricks on the cup every day. The ducklings wear hats. Ducklings holding umbrellas. The little duck is more than the heart. One day it rained. There are 3 more words next to the duck. Don't drench. I'm not sure it was painted by him for each guest. Still only draw for me. I don't dare to ask. A social terror. The most painful thing. It's not that I don't dare to speak. I dare not confirm. So I came every day. Draw every day. Bring a glass of lemonade with a duckling on it every day. I thought it might be like this in my life. Be a quiet corner. The regular customer has drawn 100 picture books. He won't take my money anymore. I said you don't take money. Isn't your store a loss? He said a glass of lemonade costs 8 cents. I can't say it. Before that, I was charged 5 yuan. Isn't it blood earnings? He lowered his head to make a drink. I didn't answer, and my big ears turned red again. The day the postgraduate entrance examination results came out. He won't know. It was 11 p.m. when Lu Ryan found out the score. He is 20 points higher than the re-examination line of the target college. The first call came to me. I heard her crying on the other end of the phone. It's different from the exhibition. This time I laughed and cried. I said, wait for me. After 20 minutes, I arrived at the door of the milk tea shop, holding a painting in his hand. Until that day, the price increased. In the painting, a girl is holding a mobile phone. Smiled brightly. There were tears in the corners of his eyes. There was a boy standing next to him. A glass of lemonade in his hand. The boy didn't look at the audience outside the frame. Just look at him. Title, he went ashore. Lu Ryan looked at the painting and cried again. Licia poked her head out of the store. Milk tea has collectively increased in price. Handed over a pack of tissues. Can you two save crying? My tissue budget is over. Subai porridge howled in the WeChat group all night. Subai porridge. He went ashore. Subai porridge no. 10 painted a new Subai porridge. My CP is real Subai porridge. I said on the first day that he definitely liked you. You still don't believe it. The prices on the menu are swiped up. You owe me 10 hot pot meals. Liu Ryan rolled back. Then there was a small letter at the bottom. I owe you. Open the picture book. Return to a new page. Write a line. First, he wore a white dress today. She's my girlfriend now. Lemonade is still 5 pieces. Poplar nectar changed from 22 to 28. But now she doesn't take my money. Outside the window is that wall and that trash can. But the scenery in my painting book, it looks 10,000 times better than outside the window. The willow branches flutter like smoke. The day she first came. I am memorizing administrative law. The back hurts. A person came in at the door. Blue hooded sweatshirt. The signature milk tea has changed from 18 to 25. The hat is pressed very low. The sound is particularly quiet. A glass of lemonade. No sugar added at room temperature. When making lemonade, I glanced at her. She lowered her head and flipped through the book. The pencil rustles on the paper. The whole person shrank in the innermost corner, like being afraid of taking up too much space. Only lemonade is still 5 pieces. I brought lemonade over. When he picked it up, fingers touch baby. Shrank back. Thank you. The voice is really quiet. I went back to the back of the counter to continue endorsing. But I was distracted several times that afternoon. I can't help but glance over the corner. He purses his lips when he draws. Probably because it was originally the cheapest. The pencil moves fast and slow on the paper. When it's fast, it's like I'm afraid of forgetting something. When I was slow, I was thinking about something very important. He sat for 3 hours. When I left, I said a second word of thank you. Just 2 words of thanks. That night, I opened my postgraduate entrance examination notebook. Write a line on the title page. The boy in the corner wore a blue sweatshirt today. I'm sorry if it goes up again. I sat for 3 hours. After writing very quietly, I looked at this line. I feel a little inexplicable. Then I closed the notebook. The next day he came again. The same is true on the 3rd day. The 4th day is also 3 p.m. every day. Lemonade at room temperature. Sit in the corner and paint for 3 hours without sugar. I stood in front of the ordering machine. I started drawing small doodles on the cups. The first time I drew a duckling. Right, come on, duck. I don't know why. Probably the administrative law was spit out. It was drawn on his cup. He took it, looked down, then turned the cup around, from the opposite direction of the duck side, said that sentence as usual. He was reluctant to touch the duck when he drank. My heart missed a beat. Since then, I draw every day. Sister Shia asked me if I painted each cup. I said he gave me a look. Who are you lying to? Well, I'll just draw him the day the price increase. I really didn't mean to say that. The eldest brother hesitated for a long time. A glass of lemonade at room temperature. The first reaction in my head was, the 5 yuan one is not too expensive. Then the mouth spoke faster than the brain. Then I turned around and brought lemonade to his face. He stood in front of the counter. The corners of his mouth curled slightly. I felt hot from the solace of my feet. The day of the picture book incident. He finished painting and left. I'm going to clear the table. He didn't raise his head without sugar. I saw a picture book falling on the chair. I hesitated for 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. Then it was turned over. It's all about me. I make milk tea with my hand. A frowning side face. I draw a close-up of the duck's fingers on the cup. Even the little burn scar on my ring finger. I almost forgot about his existence. At this time, he drew it. Every line is drawn so carefully. It's like I'm afraid of missing something. See a close-up of the duckling on that page. And the sentence he wrote that the duck he drew was also very cute. My heart was beating so fast. I took it out of my apron pocket. Take out the blue marker. He quickly replied under that line. You draw too. A middle-aged big brother leaned in front of the counter. Just put on a pen cap. I heard hurried footsteps behind me. He came back to get the picture book. The whole person seems to have been pressed the pause button. His face was blushing and he was about to bleed. He said that I painted the tree outside the window. I said that your tree has eyes. He snatched the picture book in shame and angrily. Turn around and run. The shoes almost ran away, pointing to the new menu and sighing. He was in a hurry. A page of pencil manuscript paper slipped out of the drawing book. fell under the table. I picked it up. The picture on it is a duck he copied from me. The lines are professional though, but there is a sense of naivety. I folded that piece of paper, put it on the title page of the postgraduate entrance examination notebook, next to the line of the blue sweatshirt. Why has it all gone up? That review of that thing. I don't want to say more. It was a difficult time, not because of the words in the comment area, although it is really hard to listen to, but because he hadn't come for 2 days. He had never been absent before. When I didn't come on the first day, I told myself, don't think too much. This glass is 30. When I didn't come the next day, I made lemonade 5 times. Each time is at room temperature. No sugar, and then realized that no one ordered it at all. Subai Porridge asked me on WeChat, is he here today? I replied no.
He said it was impossible.
A person who drew you a whole book.
It is impossible not to come.
He made lemonade while making lemonade. I didn't reply. I drained 4 of those 5 glasses of lemonade that no one drank. 1 cup left. Put it in the old position in the corner. A duck is drawn on the cup. The glass of lemonade with his head down was kept until closing. No one came to drink. On the 3rd day he came. He also brought a woman. And then I saw those words. He comforted her without looking back. I saw the 46 days he drew for me. He said the bad review video. The people below will see another version of you. He fought me a battle that I didn't know how to fight. With his brush. With his 500,000 followers. With the feelings he hid for 46 days and didn't dare to show it. A person who is so afraid of society that he doesn't dare to look at the courier. Spread out the most secret thoughts in front of the whole network. Because I was sad about the kangsu. It's normal to have 30 cups. Well, I admit I'm jealous. I'm just jealous. I added pearls and coconut fruit to his lemonade. It was intentional. Later, I found out that they were married. I almost bit my finger out of the mark. Sister Shia said. She laughed at me for 3 days. The last day, the kangsu went to the bathroom for 2 minutes. I only order 5 yuan every day. Subai Porridge hair. The last message is still lit on the screen. Don't rush at me. When I walked over with lemonade. The legs are soft, but I think he painted me for 46 days. Every day includes the day I'm away. He was in front of an empty corner seat. Put a glass of lemonade that you didn't drink. I sat for 3 hours. Big brother, he finished making lemonade. He fought a battle for me. He went from shooting holes to shooting cows. Just for me. Don't block your face with broken hair anymore. Then if he doesn't dare to speak first. I came whether you painted a tree or me. He said, you know it's not a tree. Yes, I know it's not a tree. Known from day 1. Outside the window is a wall and a trash can. Turn it over and hand it to me. But he sits there every day, drawn for 3 hours. It was never the walls and the trash can that was me. The hand paused in midair, probably finally reacted. What did that sentence just say? And the person who pointed out the 5 pieces was standing in front of him. The air freezes for about 2 seconds. His ears turned red at a speed visible to the naked eye. I took the lemonade. I couldn't help but curl the corners of my mouth. Good. I managed to get your attention. Although the method is somewhat abstract. Back to the rental house that day. I flipped through the script. Write a line on a new page. Day 32, I know one thing today. He remembers me coming every day. I also remember that I only ordered 5 yuan. Then I stared at the line and smirked for at least 5 minutes. Chanzi, the tenant next door to me. The character is so good that he doesn't treat himself as an outsider. Push the door and come in. See me smiling at the picture book. Shocked. What's wrong with you? Is there any evil? I closed the picture book. He glanced like an eagle. Close-up of the eyes on the cover. Whose eyes are this? The scenery outside the window. No. 10. He looked at me with a mentally retarded expression. The scenery outside the window. I didn't answer with long eyes. Stuffed the picture book into his school bag. Chanzi is a cow. I can chat with the uncle who sells sweet potatoes about the international situation for half an hour. As long as his social skills are divided into 1% of me. I won't have a crush on someone for more than 40 days. I don't even know the name. Pin a work badge to his chest. You can't see clearly from too far. I only vaguely saw the lost word like smoke. Until one day, Licia shouted like smoke in the back kitchen. You come out. I just knew that his name was Liu Ryan. That night, the kangsu is here to urge the manuscript again. When typing, momentum can overflow from the screen. The Kangsu, your new series. The gallery has all the exhibition schedules. If I don't submit the manuscript, I'm really going to kill someone. I'm drawing. The Kangsu, you also said you were painting last month. What is drawn? Send it to me. It's inconvenient for me. The Kangsu, are you drawing cats again? Last time I drew 30 cats. Sold 3 copies? I bought 2 of them myself. I'm not a cat. What is the Kangsu? I glanced at the eyes on the picture book. My scenery is snowy at night. Okay, hurry up. I can't tease you for long. I turn off my phone. Open the picture book. Continued to paint him today. The day of the price increase. He comforted his eldest brother with his past face, with a little bit of pride that I didn't realize it. The corners of his mouth were slightly raised. I draw very slowly, because I'm trying to remember. He said that. Is the curvature of the corner of the mouth raised by 30 degrees or 45 degrees? Normal people will not be entangled in this kind of thing. But I struggled. I drew it 4 times over and over again. I was probably crazy. After the price increase event, there are some things that have changed subtly. For example, lemonade. The lemonade he used to make for me was the standard recipe. 3 lemon slices in room temperature water. Unsweetened, but in recent days, I always feel like there are more lemon slices. 3 pieces become 4 pieces. 4 pieces become 5 pieces. One day I counted. 6 slices. Have you ever drunk lemon water with 6 slices of lemon? It was so sour that my whole face wrinkled. But I drank it all I had and left. Because the duckling on the cup held up a sign today. The sign says to drink plenty of water. And one more thing. He started wiping the table next to me after I left. No one sat at that table. Clean can reflect light. But he wanted to come over with a rag to wipe the legs of the table. Who wipes the table? When he squatted down to wipe the table legs, the ponytail slid to the front. A small section of the back of the neck is exposed. I stared at the lines on the drawing board. Don't dare to look up. Licia poked her head out from behind the counter. He glanced back and forth at us. I showed an expression that I can't stand you anymore. I found out later. How much has Licia done in the past month? She arranged Liu Ryan's schedule to the time when I came. Let her wipe it. I forgot to fix the table near me. Corner lights. Forced me to sit closer. This woman is the operator behind the underground organization. But does it work? No. Every time Liu Ryan came over, I bowed my head. He asked me once, "What are you drawing?" I blurted out the curtains. Then 2 people looked at the window at the same time. The curtains are white. There is no pattern. He didn't ask, but I swear, when he walked back to the counter, the corners of his mouth were shaking. He was holding back his laughter. I went back that day and wrote on the drawing board. Otherwise, let's talk about painting curtains later. At least the curtains don't have long eyes. Then something happened the next day. I answered the phone when I got up and left. The Kangsu urged the manuscript. He said that the gallery's booth would not be decided next week. It's about to be robbed by others. I answered the phone. While walking out, the mouth coped with the well. It's coming soon. My mind was full of anxiety about how to intersect. Take more than a dozen steps outside. I reached into my backpack. The picture book is gone. My picture book. Drawing a picture book for more than 40 days. It was all his drawings that fell on the seat. I hung up the Kangsu's phone and ran back. Run to the door. Through the glass. I saw it. The picture that made my whole person die in a machine gun style. Liu Ryan stood next to my seat. I was flipping through my picture book in my hand. Roll over my legs. Directly fixed on the ground. From the doorway to that corner. About 10 steps away. But those 10 steps. I feel like I've been gone for 10,000 years. Every step you take. An idea popped up in my head. He saw it. He saw it all. Finished 46 days.
He knows it all.
Can I run? Is it too late to turn around and run away now? It's too late. He looked up and saw me. Liu Ryan still held a picture book in his hand. The page I turned to. It is a close-up of a duck on his cup. Next to it is a line of small print written in pencil. The ducks he painted were also cute. We looked at each other. 3 seconds, that 3 seconds. I heard my blood flowing. Boom. Like a big flood. Then my mouth acted before the brain. The one I drew was the tree outside the window. After saying that, I wanted to bite my tongue. Liu Ryan looked down at the cover of the picture book. The cover is a close-up of a pair of eyes. The lines are extremely thin. Each lash is clearly recognizable. She looked up at me again. Then he said, "Words that I will never forget in this life. Your tree has eyes." I opened my mouth. Can't say anything. On the phone, the Kangsu was still howling at no 10. "What about number 10, you?" A muffled laugh came from behind the counter. Licia smiled and squatted down. My shoulders were shaking like I was doing radio gymnastics. Liu Ryan's face was already red from the ears to the neck. But she was unforgiving. Added another sentence about your tree. There are also ponytails and aprons. I snatched the book and ran away. The shoes that really ran almost ran away. That night, I was lying in bed. Cover your head with a quilt. Press your face into the pillow for 10 minutes. Chanzi knocked on the wall next door. "What are you doing?" I didn't answer if it was decoration. I died socially. Then my hand turned over the script with a ghostly expression. Turn to the last page. Liu Ryan turned the page before closing the picture book. The duckling page. I wrote next to the duckling. The ducks he painted were also cute. There is an extra line below that does not belong to me. The round one is a little crooked. He used the kind of blue marker he carried with him. What you write is what you draw. I stared at those 4 words. Stick your head out from under the quilt. Then he buried his face back. But this time it was because I laughed too silly. I don't want Changzi to hear it. The next day I went to the milk tea shop. Let's be honest. I stood in front of the mirror for 20 minutes before going out. Changed 3 sweatshirts. In the end, it was replaced with the first one. Later, he scolded himself for being hypocritical. Arrived at the store. I found the old location in the corner. A small sign was put on. Equipment maintenance. Suspension of use. The lights in that position are good. The table is good. The chairs are also good. I looked at the counter. Li Xia was pretending to tidy up the straw. There was a hint of a smile in the corner of his eyes that humans shouldn't have. I had to sit closer to the counter. It was only 3 steps away from her. When Liu Ryan made lemonade. The hand is obviously not very stable. I saw him add sugar once. It was poured out again. He remembers that I don't add sugar. Then I added it again. It was poured out again. The 3rd time I finally got it right. When it was brought over, the eyes are looking at the cup. Don't look at my lemonade at room temperature. No sugar added, thanks. Silence yesterday's script. I opened my mouth and I didn't see anything.
He said quickly.
I breathed a sigh of relief. But at the same time, there is an indescribable loss. Okay, he turned around and walked back to the counter. Li Xia asked something in a low voice. Liu Ryan replied in a low voice. I can't hear clearly, but I saw Li Xia's expression. From anticipation to speechlessness. Then it turned into hatred of iron and steel. When I was drawing that day, I don't dare to draw him anymore. Lemonade on the table was repainted. A glass of lemonade. I drew for 2 hours. Draw every bubble. I hesitated for a long time before leaving. Draw a duckling on a small piece of paper. Imitate his style. But the painter was much better than him. Duck with a line written next to the duck. Also very good looking. Put it on the table. I left without looking back. But after I walked 20 steps outside, he glanced back with his peripheral vision. He walked quickly from behind the counter to the table. Picked up the note. I didn't see his expression, but I saw him fold the note in half, tucked into the apron pocket. I stood on the side of the road for a while. One thing is confirmed. The corners of my mouth are about 45 degrees in curvature. And then my hand. The machine shocked the Kangsu's manuscript. I'm fast, the Kangsu, no. 10. You said the word fast 37 times. I'm really fast this time. I was inspired. The Kangsu, your inspiration is the tree with long eyes. How do you know me? Kangsu Chanzi told me. How can I have your WeChat? The Kangsu added it when he came to the gallery to find you last time. He said that you go to a milk tea shop every day recently. Draw a girl. I have been drawing for more than a month. I'm going to kill him. The Kangsu don't rush to kill. Submit the manuscript first. I put away my phone. Submit the manuscript first. But before that, I'm going to kill Chanzi. The days go by day. The state between me and Liu Ryan is very delicate. After the incident, we all know that. The window paper was already half pierced. But no one is willing to poke off the remaining half. I don't dare because I am afraid of society. He didn't speak. I guess because I know. Maybe he's waiting for me to say it first. But I can't tell it. It's still 5 yuan a day of lemonade. Every day he still draws ducklings on the cup. The picture book was stopped for 2 days after the incident. On the third day, I started drawing again. It's just that the duck's expression has changed. It used to be a happy duck. Now it's a duck with a tilted head. Looks a bit confused. I'm looking forward to it. I looked at the expression of the duck tilting its head. I think he is simply an accurate portrayal of my relationship with him. Then one day,
Kong is here.
a man wearing sunglasses and holding a selfie stick pushed the door and walked into the milk tea shop. The selfie stick is held higher than his character. The mouth kept chirping. Family today. Brother Kong is here. This milk tea shop has been very popular on the internet recently. See if it's worth the price. I looked up from behind the drawing board, looked at him for 2 seconds. Greasy. This is the first word that pops into my head. The second word is outrageous. He ordered. The most expensive cup of poplar nectar took a sip. I saw with my own eyes that he actually drank most of the glass. Then frown at the camera. The family is this poplar nectar. How to say it? Not very cost-effective. The taste is average. Licia's face behind the counter. It's not good anymore. But what really made me stop the brush? It's the next thing.
Kong walked around the store with his mobile phone.
The camera swept around, striking at all corners. Sweep to the time of Liu Ryan. He was bowing his head to endorse the book, aware of the camera pointing at him. Glanced up. Please don't shoot me. He said. Kong smiled. In public. You are lucky to be photographed. Maybe you'll be popular. The pencil in my hand stopped. Liu Ryan's expression changed from unhappy to vigilant. Licia walked out. Polite but firm, sir. Please don't film our staff. Kong shrugged. Turn off your phone. Get up and walk outside. When passing by Licia, he lowered his voice and said a word. I'm not too far away. Heard a few words for the promotion fee video. Licia's face suddenly sank. After he left, I opened my phone and searched for Brother Kong to take you to eat. 100,000 followers. No more than 100 likes per video. The comment area is full of robots. Scroll down to the historical video. This person has reviewed at least 15 small stores badly. One comment said, "My noodle shop for your video." Many orders were refunded. He cried angrily. I took a few screenshots. Didn't do anything for the time being. But I remember this person. 3 days later, King's video was released. The title is called Internet Celebrity Milk Tea Shop Stepping on Thunder. The staff is arrogant to customers on the spot. The video clips Liu Ryan. Say please don't take my clip. The context before and after is removed. Also took a screenshot of her endorsement. Don't work during working hours. I read idle books inside. Several local marketing accounts have been moved. Someone picked up the store account Liu. Photos of Ryan were posted in the comment area. There are harassing private messages. When I went to the milk tea shop that day, Liu Ryan lowered his head behind the counter. Broken hair hangs down on the sides of the face. He doesn't stick to his ears like he used to. He was blocking his face with his broken hair. He still made lemonade and handed it to me as usual. The cup is drawn with ducklings as usual, but the duck's expression changed. Not happy. It's not that he tilted his head either. It was a duck with its head down. I took the cup and looked at him again. He smiled. What's wrong? Nothing. I sat in the corner. I can't draw anymore. I stared at the blank pages on the picture book. I watched it for an hour. A picture repeatedly appeared in my mind. The way he covered his face with his broken hair. I left without a note that day. I went back to the rental house. Opened the Kangshu's WeChat. My sister, my new series is ready. The Kangsu, really? I sent 3 pictures. The Kangsu was silent for 30 seconds. The Kangsu, no. 10. I'm the Kangsu. This is not a landscape. I'm not the Kangsu. This is a person. How many pictures have you drawn? I 46 the Kangsu. You're not a series. You are a love letter. I didn't reply. The Kangsu, I'll go to you tomorrow. I want this series. But you think clearly. Send it out to the whole world to know that you like him. I glanced at the picture book. The eyes on the cover. Looking back quietly. I think about it. I didn't go to the milk tea shop the next day. I didn't go on the 3rd day. 3rd night. Chunzi came to knock on my door. What are you doing at No 10? I haven't seen you go out for 2 days. You shouldn't starve to death. I opened the door. There are paintings on the table. The Kangsu helped me pick it. There are 12 in total. It is enough for a small exhibition. I sorted out the rest myself. Take out the most satisfactory 20. Ready to go to the hairline. Chunzi looked at the paintings all over the table. It was quiet for about 3 seconds. He has been quiet all his life. The longest is 3 seconds. Then he said, "Brother, you're really on top." "Well, then why are you still stunned?" "Hurry up."
Tomorrow.
I spent the whole night adjusting the order of the drawings, sent the final confirmation to the Kangsu, then wrote a text on his account. The title is Milk Tea Girl, a series about $5 lemonade. There is only one sentence in the text. I bought one for 5 yuan a day. It depends on your reasons. Schedule release. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. The afternoon of the third day, I walked into the milk tea shop. The moment Liu Ryan saw me, I almost didn't hold the cup in my hand. He probably thought I wasn't coming. But today is different. I was followed by the Kangsu, short hair and high heels. The gas field is 1.8 meters. When you enter the door, Li Xia subconsciously stood up straight. I was holding a large frame in my hand. Wrapping cloth. I walked to the front of the counter. Speak as usual. Lemonade at room temperature? No added sugar then. This is the biggest thing our society has done in 25 years. I took a deep breath. Is there 5 minutes after work? I have something for you. I heard my voice shaking. Liu Ryan was stunned for a moment, then nodded. The Kangshu's voice came from behind me, so small that only I can hear it. That's it. Prepared for 2 days. I want to stare back at him, but I don't have the guts. After closing that night, I unveiled the canvas. Milk Tea Girl series. 12 framed paintings. Each painting is accompanied by a line of handwritten subtitles. Her broken hair hung down again. Today there are 2 more slices of lemon. Endorse it for the 3rd time. He rubs his eyes. The duck on the cup wore a hat today. He frowned 7 times when he tried the new product. Liu Ryan looked over one by one. He looked at it for a long time. Then he looked up. The circles under the eyes are a little red. Kang Su explained on the side. This is a new series of stones that don't speak. It was posted on his online account. Liu Ryan was stunned for a few seconds. Then he turned his head to look at me abruptly. The stone does not speak. You are him. Knowing me, he has followed my account. My mind buzzed for a moment. You have 500,000 followers. His voice rose half an eighth. Well, but this one doesn't matter. I said try not to shake my voice. Important. That bad review video. The people below will see another version of you. He was quiet. That night, 2 hours after the release of the Milk Tea Girl series, the likes exceeded 100,000. The comment area exploded. It's all about asking who the prototype is. Which store is this? The stone does not speak. Are you in love? At the same time, some people follow the Vine. I found He Kang's bad review video. A group of fans poured in, picked it up. He used to touch all the dark history of 15 small porcelain shops. The data of buying fans was screenshotted. Fake store exploration cooperation was exposed. That mother opened a noodle restaurant. The comment was topped with the highest praise. He Kang deleted the video overnight and changed his name. Sent an apology. But it didn't work. Liu Ryan's harassing private messages stopped. The milk tea shop started queuing up the next day. I sat in the old seat in the corner. Draw people queuing up to buy milk tea. This time I was really painting the landscape. Liu Ryan was so busy behind the counter that her feet didn't touch the ground. But he was in between making lemonade. Secretly glanced at me. The duckling painted on the cup holds a sign. The sign says thank you. I stared at the duck for a long time. Then he said something very quietly that no one heard. You're welcome, that's it. It should have come naturally. I think that's the next time. The Kangsu began to come to the milk tea shop frequently. Talk to me about the art exhibition. Exhibition date, painting price. Publicity materials opening ceremony process. Every time she comes. All with tablets and a head plan. Sit across from me and crackle and say, I don't know anything about business. It's basically what he says. I nodded, but the problem was, the Kangsu is this person. The aura is too strong. He wears a blazer. Walk with the wind. Speak decisively. When turning over the tablet, the beeping sound of nails tapping on the screen. The appearance of sitting across from me. How to look like a couple on a date. The first time Liu Ryan didn't react. The second time I looked at the Kangsu a few more times. For the third time, the Kangsu patted me on the shoulder. I saw the cup in Liu Ryan's hand. shook for a moment. Fourth, the Kangsu casually wiped the cream from the corner of my mouth. There was a sound of cups knocking on the counter in the direction of the counter. I had pearls in my lemonade that day. Add pearls to lemonade. There are also coconut fruits. I chewed one in confusion. The taste is okay. When I was leaving, I heard Licia ask something in a low voice. Liu Ryan replied very rushfully. I didn't go back. I told Chanzi about it. She looked at me like an idiot. She's jealous of you, idiot. Who is that woman? My agent. Did you tell others that you are married? Said she was married. Why say? Chanzi smashed me with a pillow. Because people think it's your girlfriend. Can you develop a little emotional intelligence? I was smashed in the face. He was jealous. Wouldn't that make me smirk again while holding the pillow? The Kangsu came to the store for the last time. It was a week before the exhibition. Final plan confirmation. I signed 2 names. The rest of the time he was talking. In the middle, he went to the bathroom. When I looked down at the plan, I feel like someone is walking next to me. Look up. Liu Ryan stood in front of me. She held a glass of lemonade in her hand. No sugar added at room temperature. She placed the cup on the table. This cup is free. She looked me in the eye. I noticed. Her fingers clenched around the pockets of her apron. Because I want to know one thing. My fingers were clenched under the tabletop. You are drawing a tree. He paused. Or my whole milk tea shop seems to be suddenly quiet. Or just in my ears. It was all the sound of blood flowing. I looked into his eyes. Those eyes I painted for 46 days. You know, it's not a tree. My voice was as small as if I was talking to myself. But he heard it. His eyes turned red. But he didn't cry. The corners of his mouth curled up instead, with a little bit of unreasonable energy. Then you painted me for 46 days. Went to treat me to dinner. I was stunned. My mind went blank for about 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, I thought about 10,000 things, but nothing was thought out. Then the Kangsu came back from the bathroom. She saw me and Liu Ryan standing face to face. My ears were so red that they were about to bleed. Liu Ryan's eyes were red. The corners of his mouth were upright. On the table is a glass of lemonade. The Kangsu was stunned for a second, then laughed. She pulled out her phone, clicked a picture. The creator of the Milk Tea Girl series is in the same frame as the prototype. She raised her phone. I want to put this one at the entrance of the art exhibition. Then she glanced at Liu Ryan. I added a sentence right. My married husband is a sculptor. She is more afraid of returning to the community. 2 people in the family can't say 10 words in 3 days. After saying that, she stepped on high heels and left. Ryan was stunned for a moment. Turn your head to look at me. I buried my face in my hat. Licia's voice came from behind the counter. She didn't hold back this time. I shouted in my throat. I have been a light bulb for 46 days. Finally retired. You 2 don't confess again. I'll be on the menu tomorrow. Add a glass of lemonade for the corner. The price is 500 yuan. Force him to speak. A month later, Milk Tea Girl painting exhibition. Opening at an independent gallery in the city center. The Kangsu said. The opening ceremony got a few words. I asked if I could connect remotely. He said, you say it again. I have withdrawn all your words. Opening day. I wore that blue sweatshirt. The one I wore on the first day when I went to the milk tea shop. Not intentionally. This is the most decent thing in the wardrobe. At the entrance of the gallery is a photo taken by the Kangsu that day. I lowered my head. The ears are red. Liu Ryan looked at my side face. A glass of lemonade on the table. Next to it is the front of the exhibition. Just one sentence. The inspiration is not that I found a light. It's the light, waiting for me in the same place every day. I stand at the entrance. I said hello to the guests. Nod and add. Then he hid in the corner of the exhibition hall. Liu Ryan is here. She didn't wear an apron. No ponytail. She wore a white dress. The hair is down. When I saw him at the entrance, I almost didn't hold the water glass in my hand. Not because forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I changed the water glass to the other hand, because the hand holding the water glass suddenly became unstable. He looked over one by one. I saw the one I drew on the first day. He paused. It was a blurred profile. Brushstrokes hesitate. The lines are not very certain. The label next to it says first. Seeing him frowning and endorsing the book on the 10th day. Label, what he memorizes today seems to be civil law. Frowned 7 times. See him on the 20th day. Draw a close-up of a duckling's hand on a cup. A small scar on his ring finger can be seen. Then he stopped in front of a painting. It stopped for a long time. The painting depicts an empty corner. There was only a glass of lemonade that didn't move on the table. The light outside the window hit the empty chair. No one sits. The label says number 28. He took a day off today. I'm here anyway. Lou Ryan stood in front of the painting for a long time. I looked at his back at the other end of the exhibition hall. He reached out and touched the edge of the frame. The movements are light. It seems that he is afraid of breaking something. Then he went to the last one. The last painting. It is the only one in the entire series with a complete background. A girl with her back to the audience. Spread out in front of me. A textbook is a pen. A glass of lemonade. She sat behind the counter of the milk tea shop. Sunlight came in through the window, falling on her hair and shoulders. On the windowsill is a lemon-yellow duckling, the title of the painting. I paid $5 a day to buy a reason to look at you. Lou Ryan stood in front of the painting. Shoulders start shaking. Then she cried. It's not the kind of beautiful way to cry. It's really crying, tears falling down. The nose is red. Makeup is also spent. There were several spectators next to her secretly watching her. I probably guessed that she was the person in the painting. I walked over, holding a pack of tissues in his hand. My hands are still shaking. Don't cry. He took the tissue, wiped his face for a long time. The voice was muffled. I took a day off on the day you drew it. You're actually here. Well, in front of you is a glass of lemonade that you haven't drunk. How long did it last? 3 hours. He cried again. I hurriedly pulled out a few more tissues. Hand it over to you. Don't cry. Crying tissues is not enough. He cried and laughed. There is a nasal sound in the voice. You have been involved in terrorism for 25 years. Love words are set, not love words. I said and paused. It's when you're there. I can't help but want to say. He was stunned for a second. Then bury your face in a tissue. The other end of the exhibition hall? Licia is holding up her mobile phone to take pictures. She posted a circle of friends. The caption is that CP after 46 days is finally H. The light bulb officially retired. The picture is me and Lou Ryan. The back standing in front of the painting. 2 people shoulder to shoulder. What happened later was lackluster. It's just together. After being together, I still go to the milk tea shop every day. But it's not just about painting. I began to help him memorize the postgraduate entrance examination content. A painter helps a law student memorize jurisprudence. The scene was very chaotic. Briefly describe the logical structure of legal rules. I assumed the conditions in writing, patterns of behavior and legal consequences. That's all. Just 3 sentences. This is too short. I thought I would have to write at least 3 pages. You draw a cat with a few strokes. What cat to see? Stick figures. Draw 3 strokes. Then don't think others are short. I shut up. Licia is in the old position in the corner. A small stand was placed. It reads, "This seat has been permanently reserved by Mr. 5 Yuan. If you need to use it, please bring your own lemonade." I said this is too embarrassing. Licia said, "You have been in my store for free for 46 days without removing your seat. Why do you withdraw my sign?" I have nothing to say. Lemonade is 5 pieces as usual. But since we were together,